Four Houses is a multi-episode documentary that takes you on a venture with Al, Dan, Dave, and Chris as they build their own houses. Welcome to episode 1. Day 1. April 9th, 2018. Dan and Kim's is to the north. Al and Becky's is to the south. The footers are dug and the rebar tied in place. Dan and Al are ready for concrete. These footers are 30 inches wide and 20 inches deep. Both Dan and Al's took a total of 59 yards of concrete to complete both footers. Day 1. April 11th, 2018. Dave and Marlene's is to the north. Chris and Stacy's is to the south. Dave's footers are dug and the rebar is tied. Dave will wait for Chris's footers to be prepared prior to ordering concrete. Meanwhile, Dan and Al are building block walls that support a slab above. These stem walls are set below grade and are reinforced with rebar before the slab is poured. Once the below-grade stem walls are completed, compact fill is used under the slab. Header blocks are used on the top course of the slab stem wall. Sprinklers and plate vibration compactors are used to prepare for slab. String is used across the entire span to ensure a uniform 4-inch concrete slab is achieved. Now that Chris's footers are dug and the rebar tied in place, we are ready to pour our footers. Dan and Al's compaction and watering are coming along well. Dan just needs to complete the fill and compaction on his back patio, and then make final preparation to pour the lower stem walls with the slab. Dave and Chris's footers are poured. Chris also has his 2 layers of below slab stem wall block in place. Dan and Al's slabs are ready for concrete. Elevator landing and LVL post footers are dug. Plumbing is installed. Soil is compacted and termite treatment is completed. 10 mil polyethylene vapor barrier is in place, as well as remesh sheets and rebar. Both Dan and Al's slabs were poured on the same day. This took a lot of coordination since we needed numerous concrete trucks, a concrete pump truck, and a concrete finishing screed crew. The following day, Dave and Chris got their plumbing installed. All of the white pipe you see is sewage. We also have water coming up through the stem wall as well as propane gas lines. We added 3 more chase lines just in case we decide to include more utilities in the future. Next, Dan and Al must build a 5-block high stem wall from the slab. Based on our flood zone, we need to be at base flood level plus 1 foot. In our case, that is 10 feet above sea level. Chris and Dave's slabs are ready for concrete. Elevator landings formed. Dave's 2 LVL post footers are dug. Concrete reinforced footers for load-bearing walls in both Dave and Chris's slabs. Plumbing is installed. Soil is compacted and termite treatment is completed. 10 mil polyethylene vapor barrier is in place, as well as remesh sheets and rebar. Dan and Al are filling their above-slab rebar reinforced stem walls with concrete. These stem walls also have a rebar bond beam around the entire perimeter. Dave and Chris's slabs are poured. In the process of removing elevator forms and finishing floor slab with power trowel for a smooth finish. Now that slabs are completed, Dave and Chris must build a 6-block high stem wall to meet the flood elevation, plus 1 foot requirements. Dan is loading pallets of block on the slab for ease of installation. Chris is removing forms off his back patio, while retired Washington County Sheriff Bobby Haddock helps Chris Davidson tie rebar in preparation for the stem wall. Dave is loading up all the scrap wood and moving it out of the way with a team's low. We then move over to Al's house and start forming his garage. 3 days of framing and Al's garage is complete up to the first level floor joists. Episode 1 was the first month from April 9th to May 9th. Episode 2 will encompass events from May 10th through June 10th, 2018. Hope you enjoyed our first episode.